Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to the Blood Moon Coven and to Stellaris. Now, before we get along with redesigning our ships in this episode, I just wanted to offer a truly heartfelt thank you to all of the people who have been putting basically lore and stories about this empire and its exploits into the comment section. There have been some amazing just little write-ups, either just complete fluff, just throwing out lore to flesh out the idea of the Blood Moon Coven, to after action reports of fleet engagements and things like that. I am strongly considering compiling these and maybe even reading some of them out here and there, maybe in special episodes. They will typically be of events past, or in the case of just random lore, I guess it wouldn't really matter where I put it, but generally, especially with the after action reports, because they're specific to something that happened a while ago, and because I'm recording these in batch, it might be several days before I get to read them, but some of them are amazing, truly amazing. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who's taking the time to do that. And if you haven't had a chance, go back a couple of episodes and start reading through the comments. You will find some gems of little storytelling in there. But in this episode, we are going to first check on you. We've got 4, we are halfway to 5 pop, and once we've got 5 pop, then we are going to be upgrading the facilities there. We've already got 3 pop there, which is actually pretty amazing. We are slowly growing here. What's happening there? Growing the pop. Have I got... Oh, do we allow the slaves to procreate? I might do. Yes, we do. How wonderful is that? On Salsa Secundus, we're doing, well, relatively well, to be perfectly honest. You know, they're fairly happy with not being slaves. I can see where they're coming from with that. Right. Do we actually have the means to upgrade any of these? I don't think we do yet. We haven't really done much in that regard. What do we want? Do we need food on this planet? We kind of do a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the food down here because the slaves are better at harvesting it. I am then... Over here, I'm actually going to build a monument to purity. It'll get rid of the food that we've got there, but that's fine because they'll get a little bit more. In fact, I'll swap them around for the... I'll swap them... Yeah, I'll swap them around for the time being, just so that you are bringing in food. But soon we're going to have a monument to purity there, which is going to be grand. Now, I did promise that in this episode we were going to be making some new ships, so why don't we go and do that
Hostile
now?
fleet detected.
Ooh, that's uncommon. Where? Oh, okay. Prime Swarm. Please slay. There we go. That shouldn't be too long. Now, we've got a lot of stuff we can do as well. Actually, before we do anything else, have we surveyed that system? No. We go to that one then. And everything else seems relatively okay. Oh, that's another thing we wanted. We wanted to pop down a frontier outpost right there just so we can claim these planets. But whilst all of that's going on, let's go into the ship designer. We want a destroyer. This will be the very first destroyer we make. We're also going to be getting rid of the McLaughlin automatic design. Don't care for it. Now, I'll just make sure that I am making a new destroyer, because sometimes it's like, oh, do you want to upgrade these things? No, not really. I was trying to build a new one. Now, we've got 2 different sections that we can decide for. The front one is the Fortune Breaker, the Hope Breaker, and the Faith Breaker, with different weapon slots and utility slots. Typically, the utility slots are quite similar, though the Hope Breaker has an extra medium slot. The Hope Breaker also has 3 small weapons. The Fortune Breaker has 2 small weapons and 1 medium, and the Faith Breaker has a single large weapon slot. At the rear, we can have the Flash Bulwark or the Shine Bulwark. Now, the Flash has 2 small weapon slots, and both have 2 small and 2 medium utility slots, but the Shine has 1 medium slot. Now, let's open large with a ship that has very few but potent weapons. So we're going to go with the Faith Breaker and the Shine Bulwark. Now, as for a weapon, we have the Coil Gun, which will do a damage of 8.48 with a range of 40. The Mass Driver, same range of 40, but a little bit less. A Fusion Missile, 46. I'm going to actually pause that because there's things going on that I might want to check. For a little bit longer range, larger cooldown though, by a fair old margin. But similar just slightly less DPS than the Coil Gun. But this is 100% accurate, whereas the Coil Gun is only 67% accurate naturally. Energy Siphon, 65% accurate, but in terms of its damage, has a lower max than the Coil Gun by a fair old bit, but a reasonably higher minimum damage. But it has 50% armor penetration. It will go through armor. Well, 50% of it. Now that could be a really big thing if we were fighting something which had armor. And I will be designing my fleets. If we're going into a war, I'll try and work out what kind of armament that the enemy have by analyzing the wreck of the first engagement. And if I'm like getting, oh yeah, you got all of this benefit to armor, like, okay, then I need to tailor my ships to be able to punch through armor and so on and so forth. Likewise for shields and so and that kind of thing. Now the plasma thrower, reasonably accurate, range 40, 100% armor penetration. Now with that in mind, it's 4.18, 4.13. Well, given the ranges, I'm going to have the medium fusion missile on the medium slot, and then a plasma thrower on the large slot. Now, the reason for that is because they're only 4 meters different in their range, whereas if I did it the other way around, they'd be 16 meters different in their range, which would mean that my ship would have to get a lot closer to the fight than it really needed to be in order to engage with all of its weapon systems. Now we've got our wormhole generator. We've got really nothing else that we can put there, so it's down here we go, and we've got a fusion reactor. Now these things are expensive to run. We'll put a third one there. That gives us a little bit to drop onto shields. In fact, we don't really need it. I'm going to put 1 regenerative hull plate in, because if this thing survives a fight, it can repair itself over time. Now, what I wouldn't mind doing is seeing if I can possibly get one of you there. Yes, I can. That is actually really, really nice. And really quite pleased with that. Now, these, to have the difference between a medium and a small is pretty much just double. There's really no difference. So if I can fit 2 smalls in one spot, then I guess that there isn't really that much of a gain. No, I think we're good right now. There's no point in worrying about that. This shall be known as the Siri class destroyer. There we go. All 3 of the Dukelings now have something named after them. Huzzah! But we're also going to make another one straight off the bat. We want something else. I'm also going to get rid of these auto defense platforms. I'll build new ones in a moment. Now, the next destroyer, we're going to be going for more all-out punch with this one. So we're going to go a Hope Breaker, so lots of small weapons, and the Flash Bulwark. So a lot of small weapons on this design. It's mostly there just to apply a lot of focused dagger. We're not going to be going with lots of missiles here. I think for this one, we could go with Coil Guns. That's 2.12 versus 1.63, though it is... the Coil Guns are actually the more accurate of the two. So we could just go with that. Well, that is going through armor. If the ship has armor, then it would be useful. If it doesn't, then we are just wasting DPS. But this has got the faster cooldown, so if it does miss, the next shot is coming along a little bit sooner, but it has better range. So actually, no, we're going to be going all out with this. We're going to be going all energy siphons. I guess we could put 1 or 2 missiles on it as well for the longer range engagements. But actually, these are longer range than the missiles would be. So no, there's not really that much point in doing it. Okay, so that's pretty nice. It's lower DPS than almost anything else, but it's got a reasonable range on it. Now, how much power are we going to have to be putting on this thing? Quite a lot, I imagine. We'll go with decent deflectors. There we go. And we could have 1 little bit of regeneration, a deflector, another deflector, and then does this give me 10? This gives me 15. So there we go. We've got 150 shield points, an awful lot of damage there capable for us if we can get through their shields. Not so great for getting through shields themselves. But again, it'll regenerate itself as long as it survives a battle. This one shall be called the Luke Ouija Man. I've no idea how to pronounce your surname there. Huejaman, Hugeman. I'm really sorry. It looks like this, based on the collection of letters, that J might not be pronounced the way that I would typically pronounce a J. But do let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to get it right. I do apologize to anyone who's put their name forward and then I just mess up saying it. I feel so bad. I genuinely feel awful. So hopefully that makes up for it in some small way. I think then we'll have a kind of a middle of a road. Oh, that actually looks awesome. It looks like you could just like fly over something and just rake it open with that fin there. Right, what kind of weapons do we want to put on this? I think we kind of want to go for medium missiles with this one. And then some coil guns. That will do, I think. Okay. And down here, once again, we're going to be going with deflectors. We'll pop one there. That one there. We'll get one regeneration. And then we just need a small reactor there. Okay, not too bad. And this one shall be called the Jalan Style. There we are. Perfect. We have 3 new destroyers created. Now, as for our current set of ships, I don't really think there's much we need to do here. Everything seems to be reasonably well updated. So, yeah, we're going to just roll with that. Right, the physics labs has been researched. We can now look into new things. We could go with lasers, which have armor penetration naturally, but they're not that big of a thing for me. We could look at the cold fusion reactor, which would be very good for generating power, which may mean that we could fit a couple of extra things in it. But I'd actually like to get some specialized combat computers, because that would massively improve our ships overall. Now, Aavak Prime. I would love it if you could upgrade your spaceport at this point. Thank you. Greater Isaric, we'll get your spaceport upgraded. In fact, we're going to upgrade all of the spaceports we can, because then we can have the Corvette construction facilities on each one. Right, let's see what's going on. We have this one is the only one left, and someone is currently researching it, I think. Are you not currently researching it? Let's just move you away. Are we researching that at all? It doesn't actually look like we are. I think that's largely... I think that... Cancel. No? Crack on map. Unfortunately, I don't think... Because the scientists died while they were researching it, I think that's kind of bugged it. We have detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Vord Katorb. They are presently in what could be considered the late medieval age, with a firm grasp of metallurgy and the feudal society. The printing press is accelerating the spread of knowledge. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Thank you. Is there any way to get you to stop doing that? There doesn't seem to be. Could disband it. Try telling it to upgrade. Stop. Oh, there we go. Right, now do a research project. Will this actually help in any way? No, it doesn't seem to be. Okay, you move over there. How about you come and do this research project for me? That might help. Okay, let's get you down here and you can finish surveying that system, because that was a bit weird. Right, you're building something. Soon you're going to be able to build a load of things, so I'm going to hold you in reserve for now, but I want the Prime Swarm to return to Aavak. I want you in orbit around Aavak Prime, because you're going to be getting an upgrade. In fact, I'll get you to upgrade your designs themselves. Right, well done. A load of things just upgraded all at once. We can now build... Can we build the destroyers? No, we don't have a destroyer construction facility yet. These are expensive craft. Very expensive craft indeed. But worth building in my opinion. We'll wait for the fleet itself to arrive first. And once it's actually there, alright, it's being repaired. It's just in orbit now. Right, let's go ahead and build... We'll get a Siri class. The first of the 3 destroyers that we
Anomaly
made.
found.
Okay, we briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this planet. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something. Have we got anyone who'd have a better chance? Yes, but you're currently researching, so I'm going to let you finish that.
Project complete.
The crew of the 3D Scorpions has managed to collect a small group of Udalorns from the icy surface of 3D Scorpions, where they lived on the outside, my lord. These white furry omnivores wrap themselves into tight balls and roll across the snowfields at astonishing speeds. One animal was clocked at over 80 kilometers per hour. This aided in their detection, since the passing of their rolling forms kicked up a huge plume of swirling snow. Excellent. All of the specimens asked for by the Museum of Exobiology have been secured. The museum has grown to a massive facility where artificial gravity generators and atmospheric processors are used to simulate the environment of over a dozen worlds. Visitors are journeying from all across the Blood Moon Coven to see its wonders. My goodness, that was worth it. Look at the amount of research we got, and huge amounts of influence too.
Construction complete.
That was great. Okay, I would like 3D Scorpions to go research that one. Thank you very much. Alright, so let's have a look at what else we've got. Rivalry, construction finished, fleet order finished. We've got a timed... Ah, right, okay. So we did actually get something. You can go ahead and research that project, please. Now, we've got a bunch of stuff that we can build. Thank goodness. Go ahead and immediately build the mining stations. Is that within the border? No, it's just outside. That's a bit of a shame. I was hoping I'd bring that one in. Alright, move into position because we're going to have a lot of research stations there
Construction
shortly.
complete. System survey complete.
Perfect.
Hostile fleet detected.
Oh dear. Prime Swarm, go ahead and upgrade. Prime Swarm is at 664 now, which is not too bad. It could be a lot better though, frankly. Alright. You finish this system, go ahead and survey this one instead. How much are we going to need for this? 180, we'll have that very soon. Go ahead.
Evading hostile fleet.
180 should be there shortly. Ooh, we've got starvation somewhere. That's not good. At least one of your planets is starving. Greater Isarik. Okay, let's have a quick gander. Have we got enough room for... No, we don't have enough room for another governor. That's a shame. Alright, we need food, and we need it quite badly. So let's move you down here, and we will build you... Oh, we won't. We won't be building you anything right now. Okay, you can go work over there then. But as soon as we can... basic hydroponics farm, there we go. And then you can move over there for now. And hopefully we can start getting things sorted out. We've got plenty of food over here. We're not hurting for food at all. But nevertheless, I'm going to build another basic hydroponics farm. That's going to get rid of one of our minerals, unfortunately. But we've got quite a lot of minerals around the main base. So I'm actually even going to do it over here as well. And that should help us out in time. The next thing I want to do, though, is upgrade this. And that's going to cost 350.
Debris analyzed.
It's going to be a bit of a pain. Right, we got a little bit of society research. That's not too terribly bad. Right, Azathoth. I would like you... No, that was fine. Out of reach. Really? Oh no! They've taken it! Ah, balls. Right, well... You're a massive empire. You're going to be a real pain. There's not a lot I'm going to be able to do about you. I think just to even keep our borders, we're going to have to take this world. It's an Arctic world, so we can build a colony ship to grab that one. That's going to have to be a fairly high priority then. That was a bit of a shame. Because it's going to cause me some delays. Let's get out there, see what we can do.
Construction complete.
There we go. We've got a... Oh, the Prime Swarm has actually gone down in strength. That is a little bit of a shame. Oh, well, actually, given that a lot of the ships just got upgraded to Elliott class, I forgot about that. That's not great. I think we actually may need to delete the Elliot class because it's just upgrading too many of my other Corvettes. That was a big pain. Oh well. Let's go ahead and build... No, actually we can't afford to. And we really do need another colony ship, so it's going to have to be a waiting game right now. That's
Evading
annoying.
hostile fleet.
Well, what we can do is get the Prime Swarm down here to try and wipe things out. Well, make sure you're set to... fleet stands for you'll automatically attack things.
Evading hostile fleet.
Right, slave army is ready. Right, we can go with farming subsidies and we can get hydroponics farms, arid world, tundra world. Unlocks colonization for these types of planets. Specialized shelters and adapted life support systems allow colonization of alien climates. Okay, that's probably what we're lacking. We lack the means to colonize. We can't build the support structures for our colonists to live on those planets. Okay, that does make a bit of sense. But I'd like to go for the hydroponics farms at the moment. And in the meanwhile, we could start moving out more in this direction if we really wanted to. We've got a little bit more left on getting another colony ship, which would be good. Engaged. Right, let's go and have a look at what you're fighting. You're fighting... Oh, another one of these. Is it going to kill us?
Situation log updated.
No. Well done. Okay, you can head back to repair. In fact, you can head back and upgrade. Really? That's going to change all the allies back to something else. No. No, they'll eventually... Oh, that's so frustrating. Go on then. You can upgrade because it's going to cost nothing to do so. And it'll increase your damage potential. But I'm not sure what they're going to upgrade to, which is the problem. We will get a survey ship to come and have a look at that. Now that is the issue with making sure you're not building off the template of another ship. That's why I'm being so very specific whenever I'm trying to build a new ship, making sure that I'm clicking on new design so that it won't have that kind of silliness bouncing back and forth. Right, we've got enough to begin work on a new colony ship. I would like this one to be Rashethi. We will colonize over here. Now that's going to push us right up to our maximum planets, which is going to be a bit of a pain actually, but we'll see how that goes. Also, I would like to resettle some of the Rashethi slaves. I would like you to be moved. We should... Oh no, wait, we haven't got any... we need 350 to be able to get Greater Isaric to be suitable for that. Well, the Prime Swarm is actually... They've all been changed to... Oh, what?
Debris analyzed.
Interesting. It was meant to upgrade 17 ships, but it doesn't seem to have. Okay. What have we got? Alright, okay, we've already got that. That's quite nice. We've got the hydroponics. We could increase our naval capacity or go for the biolab, and I would really like to get the biolab. On that note, let's go and have a look at these places, which that one is not a good one for it. Have I got any places that are... Wow, we just don't have science facilities here. Yikes. Well, you can move up there. In fact, you can move over there. This facility... Damn. You can swap. We're going to be low on food for a little bit, but it'll be fine in the long run. Right, I would like you to build a science lab there. And while you're working on that, clear this, and in fact clear that as well. There we go. We have researched lightning cloud conduits, some physics research, and some society research. It's not too bad. We could... No, we still can't jump over there, of course, because we lack the warp gate from here. We got these systems surveyed? We don't. Let's go and check them out then.
Research complete.
What are we going to get first? We have got the combat computers. Now that is a big upgrade for us. We can also get the Luthic gas refinery. Alright, maintenance is 2. Ship modifier, shield hit points plus 20%. Wow. That's interesting. Is that built on a ship? Yeah, it must be. It must be built on a ship and just gives it much better shield points. That's impressive, though it requires a strategic resource to use. Tempted to go for that, honestly. Quite tempted. Have we got a scientist who's good at that sort of stuff? No. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start looking for that, because we may find that quite a lot of the planets we've already got have it, so it's always worthwhile doing. Prime Swarm is still upgrading for a little bit. Oh, wow!
Complete.
Okay, no, I lied. It has just upgraded all of them to the Sebastian class. Alright. That works. We've got a lot more firepower there now. Right. Could you please visit these locations in turn and just wipe out any hostile aliens who live there? Thank you very much. We've almost got enough to upgrade.
Complete.
Probably won't take too much longer. We'll get you to survey this system. And just waiting on the last little bit. Wow, we're getting so much research done. Right, railguns have been made. The latest in electromagnetic acceleration railgun use twin parallel rails to fire projectiles at incredible speeds. With that done, we could start looking into the auto cannons. They've got very good accuracy, very short range though, but the average damage is actually quite high because of how fast they fire. May want to start looking into that one properly soon. But for the time being, I would very much like to look at the advanced spaceport. There we go. Have we got enough minerals? We
Construction
kind
complete.
of do have enough minerals at the moment, but wow, there's so much on that system that I would like. Aavak Prime has finished the construction queue. We have got a new colony ship. This colony ship will not be called the Jamaica. This colony ship will be called the Diedrich. And it shall colonize this world. No, that's the arid. Here we go. Habitability 70% for Rishethi. Rightio. Colonize. Can I colonize? No? I did select this one to be Rishethi, did I not? Does not have Arctic colonization. Oh. Am I not able to just colonize? Oh, that's unfortunate then. That's very unfortunate. I thought that I would be able to colonize it based on the simple fact that I had a race that could colonize them. Well, that is not so useful. That is very, very unfortunate, actually. Okay. Well, that's a wasted colony ship then.
System survey
just gonna
complete.
have to sit there not doing anything for a while. We are learning together on the plus side.
Evading hostile fleet.
Little by little. Bit by bit. Right. Well, once the Diedrich gets there, we can just let it sit there for a little bit. And maybe somehow we'll be able to finagle it.
Research
I'm not
complete.
sure. But we need to find wherever that alien species was. Well, the biolab is finished. We can now look at, we can remove quicksand, we can unlock arid worlds, the frontier clinic, which increases habitability, which is actually a pretty big thing, all things told. But I would actually like to go for, well, the arid worlds would be good, just to increase it, but we've actually got no one who can live on an arid world. Well, that being said, most arid worlds aren't too inhospitable to us. But no, I'd prefer the frontier clinic to increase the habitability of any planet that we actually do have at the moment.
Construction complete.
Right, there we go. Prime Swarm, there, perfect. Get in there and destroy them utterly.
Hostile
Should be
fleet
fairly quick.
engaged. System survey
go.
complete.
Where's Siri? There she is. Let's slow this down and actually watch Siri fire. Oh no, is that Siri at the back? Oh, there she is, yeah. Have I got 2 cruisers here then? I don't actually tell. No, I might not. That might have just been the difference between a Fae and a Sebastian. Oh well, either way, pretty happy with the result. You can go ahead down there and start breaking things. And what do we need to look at here? Nothing too much. We need shards collected. We need carcasses created. And we need broken planets researched and all other sorts of things. Okay, probably going to do is start focusing on growing up around the back of the Firal sovereignty. Maybe even try to kind of squeeze them in on the side there. I'm so sad that we can't get this one. That is so unfortunate. But go ahead and enter orbit here anyway, just that I've got someone there. Well, that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed and will be joining me for the next, where we may actually look at building up our defense stations and just generally fortifying our borders around here. I don't really think we've got enough that will allow us to broker civilian passage through their borders. Maybe we do, maybe we don't, but I'm going to prepare for war along our borders just in case. If we can at least secure this area around here, I'll be happy. And then perhaps even up the back as well, so that we can strike from a couple of different directions. But that's going to be it from me. Until next time, and as always, do take care of yourselves.